Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
Was like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome to Bread and Circuses. We have got a lot to talk about, needless to say. Obviously, some super controversial shit went down at the Oscars. We all know what I'm talking about. The Eyes of Tammy Faye beat out House of Gucci for best makeup and hairstyling, and it is a fucking outrage.
We've turned into TMZ and Entertainment Weekly, where we gotta fucking talk about the Oscar drama, dude.
See, normally I wouldn't give a fuck because I hate the Oscars. I hate movie award shows, but this transcends the Oscars. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Because
like,
this is memeable.
It's beyond the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
So, obviously, Will Smith assaulted Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. But if you get your news source from a small paper in Argentina, you read at about 3:00 this morning that it was Kid Rock he assaulted due to a typo.
Hell yeah, man.
Apparently they were rushing it out
right out of fucking Kid Rock's mouth, dude.
So as a country as a whole, we are very fortunate that it was not Kid Rock that he insulted.
Oh man, yeah, that honestly probably good. Like, we don't need that with race relations right now.
It would automatically be a black-white thing just on its own.
Definitely, dude. Because Kid Rock is definitely the epitome of white culture, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's like a physical representation of white people, as a whole in America. So
Kid Rock would have been hammered. And I can almost guarantee that there would have been several racial slurs thrown out at Will Smith.
on mic, on live TV, dude.
Could you imagine if Kid Rock and Will Smith were what caused the true civil war in this country?
Kid Rock's been in a movie before, man. He was in Joe Dirt.
Yeah,
so,
they might know each other.
Maybe, dude.
He was the bad guy in that. I forgot.
Kid Rock and fucking Will Smith are the two reasons why the country just evolved. It's funny, man, because I'm guarantee you the media narrative would fucking rustle everybody up.
Oh, absolutely.
You know how they would rustle it up too?
Huh?
They would say that it was justified because Kid Rock was white or something like that.
Well, he knew he was going to use the racial slur after he hit him, and that's why he did it. They would have
they would have tried to pin it as white people bad.
Someone on CNN already blamed Trump, so I don't fucking.
Did they really? No way.
Someone
Holy
blamed
shit,
Trump.
Dude.
Someone else blamed anti-vaxxers.
Will Smith, Chris Rock, Trump.
Yeah, it's Trump's fault. I don't understand.
Will Smith and Trump are the same guy. Well, that's Howard Stern.
No, there was someone else. Here, let me find. Someone actually texted it to me last night.
Oh yeah, The Hill. Will Smith, a narcissistic madman, comparable to Trump. But thank you, Judy Kurtz of The Hill.
CNN analyst blames Trump for aftermath of Will Smith Chris Rock incident.
Thank you, at Judy Kurtz. Let's fucking share you because you're the epitome of fucking Western journalism.
I mean, she is. I'll pull.
Oh God, dude. Horrible.
Yeah. Chris Rock doesn't count. Or excuse me, Howard Stern doesn't count. Here, I'll go up to share screen real quick here. Chrome tab. Boom, there we go. Need to hire a producer. So yeah, here you go. CNN analyst blames Trump for aftermath of Will Smith, Chris Rock, Oscars incident.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we have to put it back to Trump, dude. Like, you know.
Oh, of course. I mean, nothing's happened for a while with him. We haven't talked about Trump, and yeah, it's what's it say here? CNN analysts appeared to blame the chaotic scene that occurred after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on none other than the longtime CNN nemesis, former President Trump.
Does it have a link to the actual like tweet or whatever? Because that's a Fox News article. So there, you know.
Let me see here.
Fox News is, you know, also the epitome of fucking journalism. You know what I mean? So.
Let's see. So did like anyone? Here's what she said. So did like anyone walk out after that happened, or are we getting an independent psychological case study on how Trump got normalized?
Wait. Are they actually blaming it on Trump? It looks like they're just making
it seems like they're like making the link on. I don't fucking know.
They're just making a joke. Honestly, this fucking The Hill bullshit that I just Googled, where they just fucking have to round it back to Trump for no fucking reason.
What did they say about Trump there?
There's the link to this. It says Will Smith, a narcissistic madman, end quote, comparable to Trump.
Oh
tweets.
My God.
Yeah, Judy Kurtz of The Hill, like
at least to Judy Kurtz, to your credit, at least you aren't taking Will Smith's side like some people are today. And I've got to say, if you are taking Will Smith's side, and I'm not saying like, oh, I can understand how Jada would be upset about that joke. I'm not saying that. If you are siding with Will Smith for getting up and assaulting someone for telling a joke, you are a retard. You are a moron. You have no respect for your opinion.
What I read, people be like, "Well, he should have been joking about his wife." I'm like, "Oh, dude, there's literally no excuse that you could say to go up and fucking attack a comedian on." You know what I mean?
None. And you know, there's the argument that it's not a comedy show. No, but it's the fucking Oscars.
They hired a comedian.
They hired a comedian because the opening monologue is always a roast. There's always roasting of famous people in the audience because they're famous people. They're millionaires. They put themselves in the public sphere.
That's what you get for being a rich fuck, you fucking actors. We get to make fun of you.
Yeah. I think it was Ryan Long, the comedian. He tweeted today. He said, comedy extends, I believe anything is fair game in comedy except a rich woman's hair.
Except a rich woman's hair? What is that a reference to?
Because that's what he made fun of.
Oh yeah,
because that's what because she has alopecia, however it's called.
What is alopecia again?
It's not fatal. It's a disease that makes you lose your hair, and some people have it worse than others. It's not a racial thing.
Wow, we don't get to make fun of people for losing their hair now, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Nick is a protected class.
All right, you fucking say you would say anything about me and my hairline, dude? I gotta go and beat your fucking ass,
dude. Hairline requires hair. Okay, relax.
Alopecia, dude. You want to fucking
so like. The argument, and that's she does have alopecia, and I guess she is really insecure about it, and I can understand that. If I lost all my hair, I can get, especially as a woman, right? I can understand why she would be insecure.
Wear a wig, then, bitch.
Number one,
I don't even get to wear a fucking wig.
Right, you don't get to wear a wig. You look like a clown.
Hair. I wear a wig, and people make fun of me for wearing a wig. A black girl wears a wig, and it's just another fucking thing, dude.
Right, or any girl. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, so they. Okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it is traumatic and she doesn't like it when people... Not traumatic. I take that back. Maybe it's a sensitive subject. She doesn't like it when people make fun of it. Fine. Fair game.
Girl, I feel so bad for her. It's so fucking tragic, dude.
Would have been, if that's the case, what would have been a 10-second soundbite and a hacky joke that everyone forgot about by the next commercial is now being talked about in every news cycle 24/7. There's memes about it. So this thing that's supposedly so traumatic and terrible for her has now been what would have been just rolled her eyes and it's over, is being talked about constantly because of none other than Will Smith's actions. So you see when you have violent outbursts to this,
are making it out to be as like she was dying of cancer or some shit too. It's like, no, if she's just losing her hair, dude. How many fucking men in the U.S. are losing their hair, dude? Who gives a shit if it's from a fucking disease or some shit, man? Like, and you can roast on men losing their fucking hair all damn day. People do it all the time.
That's usually like, you look at that Drew Afuelo bitch. TikTok that like goes after men. That's almost always her go-to is to make fun of them going bald. So I'm like, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. Sorry, she was on the other foot for once.
Me. You get no sympathy from this bald man here.
Like,
fucking take your punches, bitch, and wear a wig or a hat. That's what we do.
There's absolutely no defending what he did. For the record, like if you can assault someone because you didn't like a joke, then we don't have a society anymore. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to do that.
There's a comedian. I mean, like if you're just at a party or some shit, you know what I mean? And it's a little different.
I still wouldn't punch a guy. I still wouldn't punch a guy.
I mean, if I didn't like the guy and he's being a total asshole, yeah, I'd go beat his ass, man. But I mean, like, I'm not going to get a lot of implications for that on like a public scale.
No.
It's not like a guy I paid to go see a fucking comedy show for or the Oscars or anything. You know?
I mean, like, dude, Mia and I have been at shows where we knew the comic and he made a joke, name dropped her and everything about her having epilepsy. We laughed about it. We moved on because that's what adults do. And like, if I would have gotten on stage and jacked him in the mouth, she would have been so much more upset about that.
Also, that would be fucking stupid, dude. It's like it's a joke, man.
Right.
Like, she has epilepsy. Yeah, it's not like he's making a joke about something she doesn't have.
Which epilepsy, by the way, far more dangerous than hair loss.
Yes.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
She's cool with it.
This is dangerous. Fine. You know, this is dangerous when it comes to the sun. You know, it puts me at a higher risk of skin cancer on my head. You know, it's deadly, dude. You got to fucking sympathize for me.
Yeah, no shit, right? But yeah, so I mean, if I would have gotten up and jacked the guy in the mouth, she would have been pissed at me, which she should have been.
Mia definitely would have been pissed at you, dude.
Which she should. You know why? Because it would be drawing more attention to us than just the 10-second joke that everyone would have laughed at and then moved on to the next one.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude, the first thing I thought of when I saw that, like when I was seeing all the news and all the memes about it, the first thing I thought of was this shit's staged, man. Like I didn't even know the Oscars were going on today.
So I was going to bring that up anyway. I actually have a friend who I told him he'd remain anonymous, and it's a legitimate source. Like it's not, some he said, she said blog bullshit. Like this guy, I've known this guy since high school. He lives in Hollywood. He's worked on several movies, large movies that everyone listening to the show, I guarantee, has at least heard of, if not seen.
So he's in on the fucking
he's an in. He was
fucking cesspool that is Hollywood entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like a famous actor or anything like that, but he's worked on the sets and shit. He was working the Oscars that night.
Wow. Okay.
And here's what he said. He said, and like I wouldn't recite this if I didn't trust him. Like this is a legitimate source. He said, I was working the Oscars last night and helped set up the week before. It was 100% not staged. They had to clear the second floor of press after the fact so Denzel and Bradley Cooper could calm him down. The only reason they didn't remove him from the entire place is because Jada and Will have been boycotting the Oscars since 2008 when he lost to Heath Ledger's Joker, saying the Oscars were racist. They knew he was going to win and needed to get that "we're not racist" credit for the next few years. That's why he wasn't asked to leave.
Whoa! What did he lose the Oscar to? I didn't even know that
Heath Ledger, the Joker.
Yeah, but what was it, like best supporting actor or something? Or what was the Oscar?
I have no idea.
If you don't think fucking Heath Ledger's Joker and that thing should have won fucking any award that it was given, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with anybody's race, man. Sometimes people just put a phenomenal performance out. Like it is what it is.
Especially like it's not like. I mean, Will Smith has done some good movies, but I wouldn't put Will Smith up there on like the top tier fucking actors.
No, I mean he's an A-list celebrity for sure.
Celebrity has nothing to do with that. Your acting ability, though.
He's a good actor. He's been in some good
he's an
movies.
Okay actor, man. But he's been in a lot of really shit movies too, though.
No, for sure. For sure. I think it's a dangerous precedent that to say that we can just go up and hit a comedian because he said a joke we don't like.
Yeah, of course.
Because
I think most people out there would agree to.
Most people do, but unfortunately obviously the woke mob is going to be in favor of him getting assaulted because they're all for violence.
I was going to say, who can they fucking side with? Because it was two black guys hitting each other.
Well, they'd say she's a woman, so she's marginalized, so she wins.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So, she wins. And she's disabled. Not really disabled, just doesn't have hair. But
that's true, yeah.
I posted a picture on Facebook months ago when the Rogan thing was going on. And with Brent Bradley, it was a selfie of me and him. I said, I stand with Joe Rogan. I don't have a picture with him, but here I am with a bald guy, so that's close enough.
I was gonna say, if I was gonna name probably the top maybe like the top like 5 black male actors I can think of. Right now,
Denzel.
Denzel's in there. Definitely Jamie
Jackson.
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. You know, it's like kind of with Samuel Jackson. Yeah, I'd say Samuel Jackson because I mean he can't just go on there and be like fucking like just curse and shit. But then he also like plays.
Coach Carter. He did a great job.
Yeah, so I put Samuel Jackson up in there. I'd probably put Michael B. Jordan up in there. So
I would have put Chadwick Boseman up before he died.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman died, man. He was a great actor too.
I'd probably put Donald Glover over Will Smith too.
Yeah, I would definitely put Donald Glover up there, man. I'd put James Earl Jones up there.
James Earl Jones is another. I mean,
yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Idris Elba. Yeah, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's another one. Yeah, I mean, it's serious. I mean, Will Smith's got the name recognition, but there are a lot of
that people like. But I mean, dude, he kind of just like the same goofy dude in pretty much all his movies, except the one where he's like played the finance guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I Am Legend. You know, I mean, Will Smith has been.
Yeah, I Am Legend's a pretty good movie. He's a good actor, but I don't think
I wouldn't consider him elite. I agree. I think he's the product of very good writing, whereas all the guys like Denzel that you just like, dude, you could make Denzel play Humpty Dumpty and it'd be an Oscar-worthy performance. You know what I mean? Like he's just that good of a fucking actor. Like you could put Denzel Washington, you could put in any role and he would deliver an Oscar-worthy performance. That's just how he
in there, man. Lawrence Fishburne, like
I don't know about Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne's in a lot of good stuff, man. He's not just Morpheus, man. Like
Trevette from Walker, Texas Ranger. Tracy Morgan, Ice Cube. I
think Jamie Foxx is a super underrated actor.
I agree.
By the way, like
dude, Jamie Foxx is one of those guys that's just talented. Like he can do everything.
That's what I'm saying, man. And like I'm not saying Will Smith is a bad actor, but I mean like you know what I mean? Fucking I'm not gonna say he's the Adam Sandler. I don't know. Adam Sandler's done some good serious roles too. That fucking gambling movie that he did.
Yeah. Perfect Gems or Uncut Gems. Uncut
Gems. Yeah, dude, that's a good ass acting job.
Imagine Will Smith is the Black Adam Sandler. Yeah! He's in fucking Pursuit of Happiness when he's homeless. He's just sitting out there.
I don't know, man. Like,
go in the bank, money. Go in the bank.
Will Smith is a good actor, but like I don't know, man. It's just like,
yeah.
It's one of those things, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, and my friend, I didn't think that it was fake, like a lot of people did, because I thought for a second I thought it was staged. Because my friend, so what happened was one of my friends, because I don't watch the fucking Oscars. One of my friends texted it to me, and I opened it thinking that it wasn't as bad as she made it sound, and I opened it up, and it was like, oh, he actually hit him. It kind of looked staged, but then I saw like him screaming at him, and I'm like, oh, that's real. And when I thought about it, because like I said, initially I thought it was staged, but Will Smith, you know, like you said, not your favorite actor, but he's too big of a name where he's not going to destroy his reputation to help the Oscars ratings. You know what I mean? Like that's not in his business.
What's the movie he complained about? Was it 7 Pounds? Is that the one that he said he should have won over?
Oh, I don't. It would have been. Oh wait, so whatever year the Dark Knight came out,
it was either 7 Pounds or Hancock, and I mean Hancock is like an okay movie.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean he's the king of okay movies. Like
Heath Ledger in that fucking Joker or that Batman movie.
It's not even close.
It's like fucking one of the performances of the fucking like century, man. Like that's
literally,
awesome. Yeah,
literally
a magnum opus of an actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and then he died right after.
Yeah, literally, dude. And like, it was so good that people were literally like, dude, the fucking role took so much out of him. He just became a pill addict and fucking killed himself, dude. Like, that's how crazy it was.
Yeah. No, if they were gonna rig like an event like that, if they were gonna stage something like that, they'd have like Andy Dick go up and punch him. Could you imagine Andy Dick? Take that, you motherfucker!
Well, like Adams, like he went up there like he was gonna throw a punch, and he like threw a slap.
Yeah, that happened to me one time in high school. A guy took a swing at me, and mid punch, his fist just kind of transformed into a slap because
He
I think
threw his punch
it
so
thinks
hard.
like we've all thrown punches before. Like stuff kind of starts to slow down when you start to throw a punch, and I just remember like it's just like a car accident. And I think that there's a moment of clarity that goes through some guys' minds that like if I slap this guy, he might just let it go. But if I punch him, I'm committing to a full-on fight here, and I don't know if I want to do that. And I think some guys in their mind, they're about to punch you, and it just kind of turns into a slap because they're just not ready to commit, to that level of violence because they don't know where you're going to take it.
I don't know, man. Like watching the fucking thing, like you see like Chris Rock, like go crazy like that, like he's in a wrestling match. It looked staged to me, man. Like,
Well, I mean, a natural reaction when you see somebody winding up though is to back up,
roll with it, I guess. I don't know, man. It
I
just
don't
looked
know.
like two actors to me.
I mean, that's what they are.
They're fucking two actors too. You know what I mean?
So,
like,
I do think that a lot of women have done a lot of young single men a favor in light of this whole thing, and they've displayed their red flags by saying, if my man didn't do what Will Smith did, he'd be out. I'm like, yeah, guys, stay away from those ones because those are the chicks. Yeah, those are the chicks that get you sent to jail. Like this is like there's. I remember I listened to a homicide detective say homicides happen over one of three things: drugs, money, and women. That's it. Those are the only three reasons that homicides in this country happen, other than, whack job going and shooting up a mall. But the majority of murders,
that's still over women, dude.
Drugs, money, yes, it's the incels, yeah. Drugs, money, and women, or lack of psychological drugs, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, the prison system is full of men that are trying to protect their reps and their woman's rep, and any man that would assault someone for making a joke at your expense.
I don't think you cannot fucking pin that on Jada though, because Will's
I'm
not
pinning it. He's got to control himself.
Yeah, it's like Will should have just looked at her and be like, "Girl, it's a fucking joke."
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been in that situation, and it's not a joke at anyone's expense. Like I'll make like a 9/11 joke, sex racist joke, whatever, and I'll tell the joke. And the guy's laughing, and I can see it. I've seen it happen. I don't know how many times. The guy's laughing. Wife is not laughing. Guy turns to his wife, realizes she's not laughing. All of a sudden, he doesn't think it's funny anymore. Like there's no guys. There is no honor in being pussy whipped. There's just not. There's like be your own human. You know what I mean? Don't take shit. Now
man. Like there's just so many guys out there that just fucking bend over for vagina, man. Like,
he absolutely I would have no problem if he talked to him after the show and was like, "Look, man, that was not cool."
Yeah, that's like, the adult thing.
That's what he should have done,
or like text him or something, because every actor has every other actor's phone number.
Yeah,
like, yo, man, that wasn't cool.
That's what I've always said is I will never apologize to the mob. If the mob is being in spite of, because of a joke that I said, I will never apologize to the mob. I will apologize to a friend. If I said a joke that offended another comedian, like truly hurt them, and that I consider a friend, I'd have no problem being like, this is why I told it. This is what I meant. Like, I'm not like that. That's not serious. And actually apologizing to that friend as an individual. I'd never apologize to the mob.
That's remind you too, fellas, there's girls out there that are not toxic like that.
Yeah.
And they will not fucking tell you to go punch some dude for a joke about them.
Yeah.
Or something.
If he is encouraging you, like even if I was at a bar and it was just someone made a joke, I'd probably have words with him, but I'm not going to escalate things to a violent nature. That's dumb. That's how you go to jail. You're good to your significant other in jail.
The best scenario is like you beat a guy's ass, but like he also like fucking gives you a black eye and you like split your mouth and like I fucking hate when motherfuckers always talk about like fighting in a fucking public space is like great. It's like a cool thing because it's like, dude, even if you win, most likely you're gonna get kind of fucked up too. Like,
fucked up. You're gonna feel like shit the next day.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like you try eating with a split mouth for fucking 3 weeks, dude. It just sucks.
How about this? We're all adults. Explain it to your boss.
Yeah, dude. If you're like not in fucking college and you're like an actual adult with an adult job and you got to be like meet with clients and you got a fucking tooth missing, like
no. It all boils down. You don't get to assault people over mean words. Now, I've always said a good man is not a violent person, but he's capable of violence, and there has to be a fine line between that. he needs to be capable of violence in the event that an imminent physical threat is present.
Mean
but he
words
also
aren't
shouldn't
like-
have violence as his initial resort. That's fucking because let me tell you, if a guy, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, here's two different scenarios, though, man, where like I could see somebody doing something like that, and these, like I said, these are two completely different scenarios too.
Mm-hmm.
One, you be the judge of which one might be all right to like try to fight a guy over.
Okay.
One, you're at the fucking Oscars. A paid comedian is making jokes about everybody that's there in attendance.
Yeah.
Scenario two, you're at a bar and some drunk fucking asshole is like making fun, is like saying some shit about your girl, like as you're leaving the bar.
I still wouldn't hit him. She'd still be pissed at me if I hit him. I guarantee you, she'd be mad at me if I hit him.
And she is visibly mad that that guy is doing something, saying whatever she's saying to him.
I'd tell him to shut the fuck up. I would not hit him first, though. I would
that
not.
alone can turn into fuck. If it's a drunk
Here's
dude,
my
that
thing, though.
alone can turn
I
into
would
a
tell
fight.
him to shut the fuck up, but I would not initiate contact. If he wants to go, then we'll fucking go.
Well, that's
but
what
I'm not
saying. Like
walking up to a
Sometimes you
dude and
do have to,
jacking
like-
him in the walking up to a dude without saying a word and jacking him in the mouth because he said something that upset your girl or your wife or whatever is not that's completely
Will
different.
Smith did it in like reverse order. He went and hit him, and then he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up!"
Don't you talk about my wife.
They say you keep my wife's name out.
Now,
your
if you
mouth."
do want to have sex with her, that's fine because we're in an open relationship.
Imagine, dude, like I've been that fucking drunk before, and I'm kind of a dickhead. Like if some guy was pissing me off during the day, like when they were leaving, I'd like call his girl fat or some shit as they
Yeah.
were leaving, just because I'm an asshole like that.
I would
don't
not.
know, maybe.
I would not punch a guy that for talking shit to my girl. If he threatened her, that
Not
would
alone.
be different.
Not alone.
No,
But like if you confronted the guy, because like you're probably gonna want to confront the guy, not even just for your girl's sake, but like
no,
for your sake.
I would
Like,
have no
because of-
problem there, and that's exactly it, man. Is every action deserves an equal and opposite reaction. If a guy throws a punch at my girl, I'm gonna punch him back, and I'm probably
God,
gonna.
if some dude's trying to hit a girl, that guy deserves to get his.
I might stab him.
fucking
To be
kicked
honest,
in, man.
I might break a
That guy
bottle off and
deserves to have
stab him in
something
the head.
permanent. Like
If
after
a man is a physical threat to my significant other, yes, I have no problem taking things to a violent level.
That's you see,
if a
though,
man,
that's like a point. That's like a spot that's like way over here, though.
Yeah.
That's not like a borderline. I think
What I'm-
anybody would agree to that.
what
you know
I'm
I mean?
saying though is that I will respond to aggression with an equal act until it's no longer reasonable to do so. So, for instance,
I guarantee you, this has happened before in a fucking bar, and it'll probably happen tonight on a fucking Monday night. That some drunk guy is gonna be saying,
it'll
some
probably
shit
be
to
Kid
some
Rock.
dude's girl, and the guy's gonna be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up, dude! You shut the fuck up!" Like they're gonna
Yeah.
get into some fucking fight
Well,
because of that. You know?
so no, it's like I said, I will only take things when violence is concerned. I will only take things to the level the other person is willing to take them to until it gets violent, and then it's over. So, for instance, if I'm leaving a bar and a guy calls my girl whatever name, I would tell him to shut the fuck up. I'd have no problem telling him to shut the fuck up. If he wants to initiate violence, that's fine. I'm going to end it. But I'm not gonna go punch a guy because he said something. Like I said, man, I don't do her any good in jail. You know,
that's
if
true.
I initiate a fight, because the way the law sees it, man, mean word, like you can people can say they feel however they want about it and it's offensive or whatever. Mean words are not fucking justifiable cause for violent force.
Here's the one thing I think about like bar fights is like, in my experience, if a guy's being like, if there's a dude there that's being a drunk asshole, and he
Yeah,
gets
like
his ass
asking
kicked-
guys if they eat ass.
That was not reason for that. By the
No,
way.
not at all.
But no, I have seen it where like a fight is taking place and like some real dickhead got his shit kicked in.
Mhm.
The bar, usually like the bartender and like the people that be like the people that saw it, you know what I mean? The witnesses, if the cops got called, which they usually don't because it's a bar, you know.
Yeah,
unless
the
somebody's,
bouncer
like,
doesn't
fucking
want that
bleeding to
drama.
death. Yeah, the fucking bartenders would just be like, "Nah, that guy threw the first punch, man. He's being an asshole all night." You know? So
No, I mean, and that's I understand that, but
like tell people they eat ass. Yeah,
I'm not going to initiate violence unless there's an imminent threat. That's just how I was raised. I've taken boxing and jiu-jitsu classes and stuff, and that's what you're taught there is never to use it unless the other person and unless there's an imminent threat present. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with that. If a woman is encouraging you to go defend her honor, She's not worth it.
She should go to Federana, dude.
Yeah.
Tell her to
Why?
go tell that dude to
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
The same way a man shouldn't encourage you. Like, I would be pissed at Mia if she wanted to fight everyone that made fun of me. You know what I mean?
Some guy makes fun of you and Mia just maces him. Like,
well, dude, like I'm like a somewhat public figure in the smallest of senses. Like I have a somewhat decent following on TikTok. I get people insult me all the time on there. She would be exhausted trying to fight everybody.
Oh, yeah, online. Well, like I think online is like a little
that's different. Yeah, obviously that's different. But I mean, like imagine if like me and this, if I was in a roast battle and the guy made fun of me and she walked up and just tased him on the stage, I would be so mad, dude. I would like, I would have to go stay with my brother or something. I would be so mad.
Like, that's not how Mia talks, but like,
no, not even close. Mia doesn't talk.
About my fucking man, I'll beat your fucking ass.
Yeah, well, and it's that. No, that's exactly it. Though, like, she is the complete opposite of that. Like, if I were to punch someone in the face for making a joke at her expense, she would be so upset with me. So upset with me. Like, and on the flip side, like, guys, yeah, these are red flags from toxic women. Ladies, if a man is willing to use an act of violence against a comedian on stage because he said a joke he didn't like, it's only a matter of time until he does that to you. Like,
I don't know about that, man.
I don't know. If he's willing to resort, if violence is someone's first resort, is the first thing someone resorts to, do you really want to roll those dice?
I don't know if I would automatically connect that to like domestic dispute or anything, but he might like beat up your brother or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
hopefully not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about if I would connect that automatically to that. That's kind of a reach there. But.
Hopefully not, but I wouldn't want to roll those dice.
I wouldn't want to roll those dice either. To me, that would be more of like if somebody's willing to do that, that'd be the guy. Like if I would, or like a girl, you know what I mean? If I was a girl going out with a guy, that would be the guy that gets drunk and then starts a bar fight. You know what I mean?
It creates dangerous situations.
Yeah. Now I'm dating a hockey player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit, right? I got some comic friends who will remain nameless that are concerned that this has opened up punch a comedian on stage season.
I mean, if that didn't. You know, if that did, I mean, there was probably some other stuff out there that could probably was worse than that.
I think I think the concern though is that it happened on such a large scale.
Luckily, I think I think like I always try to ignore the fucking the mob of 14-year-old British people. That's what I always try to think of it as, is like the fucking idiots on TikTok that talk about like race or like gender is a fucking social construct. Those types, they're all just 15-year-old British teenagers. You know what I mean? So who gives a shit what they think? But I think most of the like sane, rational people, like the people we know, most of them are like, yeah, that was wrong of him to do that. It's kind of a dumbass for doing that. So
it was, but you get a couple drinks in people and they start feeling strong, that can change. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but then it's just somebody being a dickhead. You know what I mean? Which I think most people that were around that were like reasonable would be like, dude, what are you talking about, you dumbass? Like,
right. To be fair, I am not one of the people that's concerned about being punched on stage. At the same time, with the type of things I talk about on stage,
Johnson gets up on stage and just fucking knocks your fucking glasses off.
Yo, at that point, man, I'm gonna give him the mic and let him talk. but no, I'm not one of those people that's concerned about being punched on stage. Now with the type of
some fucking guy that just got out of prison, like gets up and takes the mic from you on stage, staring you down like as a WWE show, going like, I don't like when you disrespect women like that.
I don't like when you talk about trans non-binary people of color that way. It's this guy with like neo-Nazi face tattoos.
My non-binary friend wouldn't appreciate that joke. He's got fucking like a tank top on. He cut off the sleeves of a Budweiser t-shirt.
He's got fucking Dude's got like neo-Nazi tattoos across his head and shit like that. My non-binary friend
the guys
wouldn't
that are like
appreciate that.
the dudes I think of when I think of somebody like out of jail is like how jacked like 6'1" guy
Yeah.
with like a scraggly, unkept beard,
Terrible
and like
tattoos.
yeah, and a Budweiser t-shirt or some shit. It just looks dirty. He looks like he smells bad from afar. He's like, I don't appreciate you talking about my trans friends like that.
We need to protect trans lives.
Your words are violence against my trans friends.
And that's literally what. No, and I'm glad you circled it back to that, because that's what it comes down to, man. Is these people defending him are people that do consider words to be violence, and unfortunately, people that think that way are mentally ill. And there's no way to break through to them. Words are not violence, bro. You want to know how I know that? Because you can punch 100 people in the face as hard as you can, and every single one
break your hand after.
Okay. So let me. So you can So you can stab 100 people in the stomach, right? Every single one of them is going to say that it hurts. You can call 100 people a retard. 30 of them will say that hurt.
It's true.
That's how I know words aren't violence.
I'd be like, yeah, I am retarded. Nice of you to fucking notice that, man.
Violence is not violence is objective. There is nothing subjective about violence. Violence is you know it when you see it, right? The law very clearly defines what violence is. Your feelings are not an actual organ or part or bone in your body. Your feelings cannot be physically harmed.
Well, here's the thing, man. It's like, yeah, somebody can have their feelings get hurt by me calling you like a dipshit, or you know what I mean? Like, you could get your feelings hurt, but it's like, dude, it's like you said, like physical pain, like that hurts everybody, dude.
Subjective.
You cannot like train yourself to not get hurt if somebody hits you in the fucking throat.
Yeah,
you know
dude, you can talk to the most badass motherfucking MMA fighter, and they will tell you
that shit hurts when he gets fucking
every
hit,
single
man.
one of them cries when they get punched in the nose, and not because they're a pussy, because that's an actual reaction that your body gets from feeling that much pain. It's not because literally
they get a good kick on their fucking leg that like makes their leg numb, dude. They're gonna tell you that shit fucking hurts, man. It's
the most
like,
badass. Dude, go talk to Chuck Liddell. I mean, think of the most John Jones, the most badass motherfuckers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They will all tell you something hurts. Now, if you've got, however much of muscle there, it may not hurt as bad if you get hit in the if you hit them in the stomach versus hitting me in the stomach, but it's still gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? Like, it's still pain violence is objective. Your feelings are not. That's an opinion. If something, violence is very much fact. Yeah,
you could. You can train yourself. I promise you can train yourself to like not take it to heart if somebody like.
Absolutely.
Like what, dude? Somebody calls me. You can't
train yourself to get shot.
I just gotta be like, you just fucking violenced me, man.
Ben Webb called you Sloth from the Goonies. Does that mean you get to go kill him?
Fucking Webb called me ugly, dude.
Yeah. Does that mean you get to go kill him? No. You laughed about it and shook it off.
Yeah,
like an adult. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking like, people tell me that I look like the train cars that people spray graffiti all over. It's fucking hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
That's what Brent Bradley called me the other day.
I can never
fucking hilarious.
I can never understand what those train cards even say, man. I don't know.
You can't understand what I say either, can you?
When they wrote on my fat lip with like a PH, dude. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
That's their tag, man. Okay, but yeah, and the fact of the matter is, not all, but a lot of these people that consider words to be violent, they're okay with him hitting him, because a lot of them would be okay with you being arrested for saying a joke they didn't like. They have that in Canada.
What's funny is in England, see a lot of people kind of on the most of the people I see that are like defending Will Smith are kind of like on the opposite end of that, dude. Like, they're like, no, he shouldn't have been saying that about his wife. I'm like,
yeah,
they're fucking celebrities, dude. Like, that comes with being a rich fuck.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We got to make fun of you.
She didn't have to put her. She doesn't have to be famous. She didn't have to put herself in the public sphere. Didn't have to do it.
That is the tit for the tat of being a rich fucking actor. Is people gonna make fun of you, dude?
Sorry, she can do her crying in the Corvette. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know people that are maxing out their credit cards to put gas in their car to go to work, to go pay for the groceries that aren't there because the food supply's gone. Excuse me if I don't feel bad that a comedian at an awards show where they were having fucking T-bone steak tomahawk steaks for dinner that were worth more than I make in a month, made fun of a rich bitch's haircut.
If you're really that sensitive about your hairline and somebody makes fun of you, go take a trip to fucking Barbados or some shit on your yacht, bitch.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Go fucking go work it off there. Like,
She
don't.
cried very hard in the limo ride home. Okay,
Yeah,
like,
right.
it's fucking asinine. But
I
no,
get made fun of, but dude, I gotta go cry in my fucking bathroom that's like not big enough for me to extend my arms out all
yeah,
the way. Like, I'm just kidding.
and they have like literally comedy police in Canada, in England.
Do
And
they? I
yeah,
know they
you
do
can
in
get
I know
fined
they
or
do in
arrested.
England.
Yeah,
I know they sent that dude to jail for like
Count
teaching his
Dankula,
dog.
because
Yeah,
he taught his dog to do a Hitler salute. Send him to
That wasn't even his
jail.
dog. Yeah, they
This
put
is
him in
girlfriend's
jail for
dog.
that, dude. It's like, what fucking law did that break?
Dude, and
Like,
that's the problem with joke police is when you have a law, you have to be able to very clearly define what that is. It can't be subject to human opinion. So when we have laws against murder, it's very
ideally.
clear what a murder is. When we have laws against drunk driving, we have a limit of what you cannot have. Your blood alcohol content cannot be to get behind the wheel of a car.
Otherwise, we wouldn't need the Supreme Court. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, though, right? When you consider actual violence, right? So murder, assault, rape, for the most part, all of those things are very clearly defined. Now, obviously, with rape, you get some
just
gray area.
Will
but-
Smith to rape, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Will Smith is worse. No,
I've had that discussion before with somebody where I've had somebody say that to me, and I was just like,
yeah.
huh?
But I mean, all those violent crimes, it's pretty easy to tell, for the most part, what is and what isn't a violent crime. As far as a joke, how are you going to define it? A committee?
You think that with rape, but I mean,
Now, okay, so rape, there are some cases where it does get kind of, blurry, in terms of who regretted what. But for the most part, rape is pretty easy to define. Today's day and age of TikTok, I mean, if you look at somebody the wrong way, you're a sexual predator,
dude,
and you should be on a
violent,
list.
dude. Making fun of somebody is literally raping.
Literally rape. Fucking shit, man.
You're assaulting their ears sexually with your words that aren't.
Yep. You're forcing your words through. They didn't want to hear. But that's exactly the thing. Is with joke police, like they have in Canada, like they have in England, who decides what's too far? A committee of people. And that committee changes. So that changes with their opinion. So you never know what's actually legal and what's not. It's just a dumb concept, man. People should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. And they shouldn't have to worry about going to jail. And they shouldn't have to worry about some jackass coming up on a fucking stage and punching them in the mouth. They shouldn't have to worry about
People
either
can say
of
what
things.
yeah, I mean, there's like caveats to that, but like I get what you're saying. It's like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to worry about going to jail or getting punched in the face when you're doing comedy.
Right. It's not something you should. Okay. Yeah. So there are caveats. If you walk into if you call up your buddy and say, hey, let's go kill the president, here's how we're going to do it. That's different. Like that's a call to action. People will always use the like yelling bomb in a fucking. That's not true though. That's not true. That was shot down. The fire in a crowded theater myth. Yeah, I'll pull it up. But yeah, I mean, conspiring to go kill somebody
that's always what like people like cite is like maybe we shouldn't allow anybody to say absolutely anything.
Yeah, that's actually not true though. That was let me see. It was America's favorite flimsy pretext for limiting free speech. Let me zoom in here. Here's my I'll pull it up here. But yeah, I mean,
I want to just run into a child's. If you think I shouldn't legally be able to run into a child's daycare and just scream the N-word 100 times, dude. And
well, I mean, at that
5 to 10-year-olds, you're a fucking fascist.
So that's the same thing with saying you're going to go kill a politician or something like that. That's not the actual words you're saying; it's the action. It's conspiring to go do something. It's more so you refusing to leave and trespassing at that daycare than actually what you're saying. They can't arrest you for saying the N-word. They can arrest you for being a menace at the daycare.
Yeah, that is true.
So here's courts have rigorously scrutinized government acts that might plausibly conflict with the First Amendment. Let me see here. I just want to get to the actual when it comes to the simplification of hate, big tech is profiting off yelling fire in a crowded theater. God damn it. I don't want your fucking spiel. Okay. In reality, though, shouting fire in a crowded theater is not a broad First Amendment loophole permitting the regulation of speech. The phrase originated in a case that did not involve yelling fire or crowds or theaters. Charles Shank. All right, sorry, my eyes aren't that good. Shank, the it's far away. General Secretary of the Socialist Party was convicted to a Philadelphia federal court for violating the Espionage Act by printing leaflets that criticize the military draft as unconstitutional, which we can all agree is bullshit. In a 6-paragraph opinion issued on March 3rd, 1999,
that was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Man. God damn.
Justice Holmes wrote for a unanimous court that Shank's conviction was justified because the leaflets advocated for obstructing military recruiting and therefore constituted a clear and present danger during a time of war. We admit that in many places and in ordinary times, the defendants in saying all that was said in the circular would have been within their rights, constitutional rights, Holmes wrote. But the character of every act depends on the circumstances in which it's done, which obviously we can disagree with. So that they made it an example
that was also law back in like 100 years ago.
They made it an example of the where the crowded theater thing was brought in was you can't speak out during wartime because it's a public health or a public safety issue. Which is obviously we disagree with.
Good, dude. We're trying to go fucking fight a war, dude.
Yeah, we got to make somebody some money, okay? Our contractor buddies got to get some money.
I mean, like the U.S. is basically just always at war now. So, like, if all the defense or a prosecuting attorney just has to do is make it say it was bad for Uncle Sam, dude. You fucking going to jail, dude. Like,
yep, you're going to jail. That's literally. It's not that extreme anymore. I think they've come around. Like, obviously, you can go protest the war and shit, you know. But at the same time, if you go and like rearrange all the signs so people can't find the military recruiter, that's going to get you in trouble. That's nothing to do with your speech, but that's just the destruction of public property. Hilarious.
It's like a Looney Tunes thing. They just fucking rabbit season, duck season is just like recruiting that away. Like, and they go down to a fucking like a grocery store.
Yeah, they send them to like a socialist hippie commune or something like that.
Fucking recruiter, as if like I didn't put this in my GPS.
Because that's not a thing anymore. Yeah, but I mean that's a poor example, obviously, because of GPS. But that's just what comes to mind.
I think when it comes to stuff like that, it has to be more of like the scale of whatever somebody's doing has to be taken into account.
Exactly. It's like if someone said they were going to go kill the president or whatever politician, and they actively made a plan to. You know what I mean?
One person was just standing in a fucking park, though, being like, you know, like here's the thing, right? Like somebody's making a TikTok, where they're like, we're gonna go up to fucking strangers and be like, hey, you want to help me kill the president? You know what I mean?
That's protected under satire.
So here's the thing is we're going to go kill the president thing. Well, somebody's going to try to say that's call to action. I think that's a little different though than like a bunch of people like organizing in a fucking YMCA parking lot.
Right.
Like,
it's all in the scope.
We're actually planning on killing the president.
The context, just like with everything else that these people don't fucking understand, is the context is everything. You know what I mean? It's just like if some homeless man went down to the park and was screaming about how he's going to kill the president, they wouldn't arrest him for conspiring to kill the president. They'd get him for being a public nuisance and probably being drunk in public, but not for what he's actually saying. That guy has no chance to get within a fucking country mile of the president. You know what? Like they're gonna go take him away because he needs to go to the mental institute. It's context. Free speech is much more broad than some of these people would like to think it is, you know?
I think that's all. I mean, it's honestly any fucking law, dude. Like, no law out there, even something as black and white as you would think of murder. It's like, well, what if it's in self-defense?
There's self-defense laws. Murder? There's reasonable doubt can come into play, but as far as what an actual murder is,
there's like 6 different degrees of killing somebody, like manslaughter and third-degree murder, are 2 completely different fucking things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's usually why when a woman is drunk and runs over 3 fucking kids, she gets away with like, you know, indecent exposures and shit. You know, but a fucking dude does that shit and he goes to fucking jail for the rest of his life.
You shouldn't have run that stop sign. We're gonna let you off with a warning today.
We're gonna let you off with some community service. You know, you're gonna help dig the hole for the children, and that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna let you off with just a quick warning today. You're gonna do some community service.
Ma'am, don't do it again. Just be careful what you're drinking.
Yeah,
the guy does it though. Fuck, straight a fucking $2 billion bail before his trial, and then he's going to jail for life, man.
Why do you think that is? Because that's not some like incel talking point on the internet. Like it is an unequivocal statistical proven fact that women will do less time for the exact same crime. I
have a really good fucking anecdote for this situation, man. That like is personally I've seen happen. It was at my high school. And I don't know if I've told this on air before, and I'm going to do it anyway because these two chicks were fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this was fucking great. So we had a teacher at my high school who was just publicly known that he had, like, a huge dick, dude. He was, like, the girls' basketball coach, man. Like,
how did they know? Just gray sweatpants? Or?
Oh, God, there was apparently
the story
was none of that. The story was that he was wearing, like basketball shorts at like a basketball practice one time, and he fucking like jumped to grab a ball, and apparently they saw it like come out from the bottom of his shorts.
That's fucking massive.
That's what so honestly I don't fucking know if this dude really had a huge dick or not, but that was the fucking reputation that he had. Sure. Was that this guy had a fucking monster cock, man. Like a big fat girthy bastard.
We had a janitor who like you could see it, like the
he was like a just a quiet spoken teacher, you know what I mean? He was just
everyone called this guy horse cock. So anyway, continue.
So that was just like everybody, that was just what everybody knew him as. Like kind of, like obviously no one would ever go say it to his face, you would think.
Right.
But there's these two fucking girls that think that it's going to be a funny thing right before they graduate to go slip a note under the guy's desk saying shit like, oh, you got such a big dick. Oh, we're going to miss that big fucking cock. Like that, something along that line.
Dude, that's how you get a guy fired and arrested.
Well, here's the thing is them dumbasses didn't realize there was a fucking camera in the hallway showing that they did it. So, like, of course, he sees this note and he just goes to the fucking office and be like, dude, let's look at the cameras. Let's see what this happens. Yeah. And they see these two, and they just fucking get off scot-free.
Nothing happens,
Nothing.
What two boys do that to a female teacher? Oh my God.
Guys went to a fucking female teacher, like, dude, you got such big titties. I would just, you know what I mean? Imagine some two dudes did that, guys. God, they would be in fucking jail. They would be have a
maybe not jail, but they'd be out of school.
They would be in jail, man. They'd be like some shit with like they fucking sexual harassment.
Well, you heard about that kid at Westside High School in Omaha, right?
No, what?
He I think it was Westside. Maybe it wasn't. I don't want to get in trouble if I said the wrong school. But this kid, it was the baking class, and this kid jerked off into a cup and mixed it in with the cake and fed it to the teacher.
Oh my fucking God, that's jail. That's like
that's sexual assault.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. That's sexual assault. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He probably thought that was so funny while he was doing it. And it's probably one of those that like, oh my God, like when you're 16, you don't really think.
I mean, yeah, that could apply to the girls too. But like I said, the guy.
No, it does apply to the girls. I just want equal punishment for equal crime.
Yeah,
that's all I want. I don't want any special privileges.
They would have been expelled without, at least expelled with no fucking diploma. You know what I mean?
Restraining orders in place.
Yeah, dude. They would. That girl would probably file like a civil suit against them. You know what I mean? For like fucking making me like a hostile work. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Like there would be actual criminal consequences, not just you fucking fucked up. Don't do it again. Here's
it's like Megan. Do you know who Megan Hunt is?
I've heard of her.
She's the state senator from Nebraska. She never actually gets anything done besides talking shit on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And she tweeted.
She's not the one that we talked to, is it?
No, that's Anna White.
Anna, we talked to Anna.
Anna Wishart's really cool. Mm-hmm. No, Megan Hunt tweeted, if you made fun of my wife's disease in my face, you'd find out some things too. And I'm like, you know what? Number one, no, we wouldn't, because all you do is talk shit on Twitter. Number two, can we set this up? Because I know her family is rich, and I would be happy for her to assault me so I could sue the shit out of them.
Is she a lesbian? Does she have a wife?
She's bi. She's one of those.
Oh yeah, let's make fun of her. Let's go up to her house and make fun of her for being gay, dude. So she can just come beat our ass supposedly, and I can sue her.
Well, if we go to her house, then it's like harassment and it's a self-defense.
I'm on the street. I don't know, dude. I'm like, follow her around.
No, she's one of those. Yeah, she's one of those lesbian chicks that has a kid from a previous marriage. But I mean, dude, literally, it's one of those state senators. Nothing actually gets accomplished. She just goes on Twitter and talks shit, you know.
Another useless fucking member of the legislative.
She's
branch
from
of
a
government.
she's the AOC of the state of Nebraska. She's from a super liberal district. As long as she wants to run, she'll probably never lose.
We got to get a black gay.
We need a transgender Republican to run against her.
Yeah, dude.
Caitlyn Jenner, where are you at? Like,
no, it's gotta be black. It's gotta be black. It's gotta be black trans because I'm guessing she's white.
Yeah, she's white.
Yeah,
of
let's
course.
get RuPaul to run against.
Does anyone that's not white talk like these fucking people do? No, it's all fucking white women and shit on Twitter, man. It's all
the white women, the white suburban woman complex.
Yeah. Dude, the white women, they have this language, and I don't even know how to explain it, but it's only on Twitter. Like, people don't talk this way in real life. Like, we must be allies and protect our LGBTQIA plus non-BIPOC brethren. I'm like, dude, nobody fucking says that shit. Just talk normal. Talk like a human. Nobody knows what you're saying. I don't have time to keep up with these fucking acronyms. We talked about the two-spirited or some shit like that.
That actually appeared in a official UTEP email.
Yeah.
I can forward it to anybody who wanted it. It's an official.
Yeah, no, it's a thing, man.
UTEP email.
It's something about like Native American. It's like some particular Native American religion, like that only some of them follow, not even a huge percentage of them follow. So I'm like, how does this have anything to do with someone's sexual orientation? Like, what the fuck does this say? I don't agree with the non-binary and the pansexual crap, but like, at least that's got something to do with sexual orientation. When are we going to throw
pansexual is just a funny way of saying that you're bi, dude.
Right.
Like,
when are we going to throw Hindus in there? No, pansexual is, you see gender as non-binary, so you'll just fuck anything.
That's
just called a
whore, dude. Yeah, that's to say that's
called
being
a whore.
bisexual. No, I don't think that's being a whore because a whore actually has sex with a lot of people. A pansexual person just watches tranny porn, basically.
Well, I'll tell you what, the polyamorous folks are awfully quiet today.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, that's what Will and Jada, they were the gold standard for polyamorous couples for a long time. And I'm like, hey, maybe you guys just aren't, maybe it's just not a very healthy lifestyle. Maybe some things humans have done since the dawn of time, they got right on the first try, like that's, maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. Like, usually when you hear about these polyamorous couples, unless it's like in like a super religious, like Mormon or Muslim community, it's almost always a girl that wants to have sex with other guys, but
with
cannot.
Blue hair.
Yeah, usually has blue hair and cannot bring herself to dump her boyfriend or husband or whatever, and a simp that's getting played. And he might like find his Tinder hookup every now and then.
The real problem with it is that she wants to go fuck other dudes, which, I mean, dude, everybody in a relationship out there probably wants to, at some point, has thought about fucking somebody else. Like, that's not like, that's just how people are. You know what I mean? Obviously, you don't act on it and you don't like speak of it or anything. But like, dude, if you go and watch porn when you're in a relationship, you're thinking about fucking somebody else. So, like, that's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? Sure. But these
acting on it's completely different. Yeah, I have different opinions on porn. I don't think it's cheating per se, but I have other.
I don't think it's cheating either. But like, I mean, it's objectively you're thinking about.
I think porn is poison for people, but I don't think it's.
Yes, I do.
And I don't think they should consume it, but I don't think it's cheating. But yeah, I mean, it's like. It's completely different when you go out and act on something.
I think the girls that are the girl. I think
they want the security.
They want the security of being in a relationship, but they don't want like any of the like drawbacks of it. Basically, they're like, oh, but he pays all my bills for me.
The security, but no restrictions. Yeah. And like I said, a dude that's in that, he's almost always getting cucked, and whether he likes it or not. And like I said,
the dude fucking other dudes, and the girl is just like, I don't want him to leave me because he pays all my bills.
Yeah, like, that has happened too.
I'm sure
like the guy goes gay and they don't want to leave him, and that's a weird.
No, it's not that he's gay; it's that he's bi and he just wants to go fuck dudes every once in a while.
Yeah, and I feel bad for people in those situations too. But I mean,
yeah, you know what? Some people make it work though, dude. Some people make it work
for now. Now, have we seen any of them in like long-term practice? Like, how many grandparents do you know that are in polyamorous relationships?
You go to swingers clubs, man. You could probably find some 80-year-olds that have been doing it.
I'll take your word for it.
60s. I've never done it, but
we should interview a swinger.
We should, man. I bet you those people out there. I bet you there's like some 80-year-old swingers that have been doing that shit since the 60s, dude, and they're like fucking loving life too. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there's some. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's swingers. That's a whole other ball game. Polyamorous is pretty much just like they go out and just fuck whoever they want.
Swingers is basically a cool way to say that you're polyamorous. Somebody tells me they're polyamorous, I immediately just think they're fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's usually what it is. That's almost how it's emotionally immature people is usually who participates in.
But if you're like, if it's like some fucking 60-year-old couple that are like, yeah, we've been swingers for fucking ever, like since forever, dude, since the 60s. I'm like, all right, these people are fucking cool, man. They fucking, I'm not gonna do it with them, but like, all right, fucking more power to y'all.
No. And I want to make it clear. I think people should be able to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. But at the same time, I'm still going to make fun of you for doing it. I never said I'm not going to do that. Like, I'll still judge you for it. It's not my problem.
The swingers, it's like you try to make fun of them. They're like, I don't care. We're having sex, dude. Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, no, they're doing what they do in their house is not my business. But
words
I will
still
be judgmental of your lifestyle and say I would never participate in that.
Words are violence. You're raping them with your words.
So Will Smith was nominee number 1 for TikTok dipshit of the week. Well, just by default. So we have one other nominee this week. We're cutting it short because we've already done like an hour. And her name is very fitting to the type of sludge that comes out of her mouth. This week's other nominee competing against.
We got to name this episode. Oh, actually, you think we'd get in legal trouble if we named the episode "Will Smith Raped Chris Rock"? Or if we named it Will Smith Rapes a Rock.
Chris Rock raped Jada Pinkett Smith. Call it what really happened.
Oh man, that
with his words.
I think that would actually like get us into legal trouble.
No, we would get in a lot of trouble for that. Yeah, we don't believe that. That's not what we think. Just making it clear. So here is the other nominee competing against Mr.
Rant
Smith.
about Mon.
Men, suppose she's got the E with an asterisk through it. So this is like I said, very fitting name, Toxic Waste.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so fucking annoyed. Men can't just shut the fuck up and stop adding to the fucking internet for one.
You're right.
Fucking day.
Apparently, neither women can't either.
In line. Of course, I wake up today and there is a Facebook post from one of my Facebook groups that's called involuntary cringe so hard I think my vagina
I could already tell she was one of those girls that when they don't have an argument they just tag groups, but I'm glad she confirmed that for us.
She outed herself.
Yep, one of those tag a group girls
inside me or something like that.
Can't even remember the cringe group, dude. Can't even remember the shit posting group. I can name all my shit posting groups on Facebook.
I love those tag groups, but when you're considering that to be like dunking on someone, you know, like an art, it's just not. It's someone else wrote it. It's not funny. Try again. Like,
you guys have heard rules from women's side since the beginning of your lives. Well, now it's time for men to show you guys how rules actually work, right? So I literally just like out of curiosity, I didn't even read the whole fucking thing because at one point I was like, I'm seriously gonna vomit.
Big surprise there. She didn't read the whole thing. I mean, she probably reads a lot of headlines too and forms opinions based on that.
Surprise. Yeah. You know what I love? I love when there's like headlines and then the like article body is just the same headline, just like kind of extended a little bit. It's like, dude, you literally just said the whole news article. Like,
right. Yeah, it's just fucking
on myself. But the two that caught me, just a little question for y'all.
Right, yeah, like, do you have COVID? Like, what's going on? Fucking put the camera down and go blow your nose.
Wear a mask, girl. You're spreading COVID. With
you're not live right now. You can put the phone down and blow your nose, you slob. Jesus. Like, I'm literally concerned. I'm going to get sick through the computer screen right now.
Just gonna fucking record herself farmer blowing their nose all over the fucking floor. Dude.
That's what it sounds.
She didn't even think to edit it out. Like,
no, it's like, hey, maybe I should get my whole snot situation under control before I start posting a video judging other people. But I don't know.
Before I make myself look like an idiot online, dude.
No, she does it daily. So here we go.
Why is it that rule? Oh, by the way, all of the rules were labeled as rule number 1 because they were all as important as the first one.
That sounds to me like a joke.
Yeah, that's exactly sounds like a joke.
That sounds like satire.
Immediately, it sounds like exactly whatever was posted after those numbers was not in a serious context.
Like, the first rule is you don't talk about Fight Club, and the second rule is the same thing. These men are so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking annoyed.
She gets so mad watching Fight Club, just loses it. Tyler Durden, you already said that.
Why does it have to be twice? These men are so fucking stupid. If a woman wrote these rules, it would only be on there once.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Anyways, so
Who's
rule
y'all?
number whatever the fuck says, unless you're dressed like a Victoria's Secret model, don't expect us, to like act like soap opera actors. Like, we're not.
What? What is that even? That doesn't even make any sense.
Unless you're not wearing like bra and panties, I'm not gonna like be overly dramatic.
I'm not gonna do a terrible acting job. Is that what that?
What is this even referring to? Like relationship rules?
I don't know. I have no clue. What is that? What is that? Unless you're wearing lingerie, don't expect me to act like a soap opera.
Don't expect me to be really dramatic unless you're in lingerie.
Right.
That's a fucking pretty dumb rule.
That's just stupid. Like, I don't even think it's.
I'm so annoyed. I'm gonna make a fucking TikTok.
Here's my thing.
This shit.
I know men, and I don't know any men that would write that down and be like, "That's gold. This is gonna kill. I'm gonna keep this on here as a meme because this is funny." Like, even in a humorous context, in a serious or joke, like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not even making fun of her at this point. That's just it. Just truly, I'm lost.
I feel like if she's gonna be like trying to rip on this like fucking supposedly very serious rule list,
yeah.
She should probably like show the rule list. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, how do we even know that this fucking happened?
Yeah, how do we know that you could just right now? It sounds like she's making it up. Like, just
how
making
hard
it
would
up.
it be to fucking like snap a picture of it on your phone and use that as like a scene in
the background? Absolutely,
yeah, dude,
not hard at all.
Look at this
all the time.
Dumbass list. Yeah, dude, it's not that hard. I don't even make TikToks, and I know it's not hard.
I do it all the time.
Not here for that. But then, like 4 rules down, it also says we are in shape. Round is a shape.
Yeah, this is clearly a joke.
That
was on like every Walmart t-shirt.
Yeah,
in
dude.
the 2000s. It's a joke. This is someone who is having a complete meltdown over a fucking Facebook post. It was clearly
over
a joke.
Like a t-shirt that you buy at Hot Topic.
Right. Yeah, or Spencer's now. Like, it's like,
yeah, dude, she's having a fucking melt. She's like literally rubbing her face so hard that she's got like red marks on her face. Like, you can see it. That she's so stressed out about this Hot Topic t-shirt.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Spencer's.
Right? Yeah, it'd be more Spencer's. Hot Topic's like bands. Yeah, it'd be like Spencer's. So here.
Yeah.
Y'all really are about to put standards on the women you date, but then get fucking set when your woman asks.
What standards were put? That they have to wear lingerie 24/7? I've never met a guy who has had that standard. Like, if that's your
lingerie under your fucking clothes, girl.
What is she dating? A Saudi prince? Like, what the fuck?
She's not dating.
No one's dating her. Yeah.
It's gonna work out because she's
fucked, but like she's a girl. Like, it's not that hard.
Not hard. No, it's not impressive at all.
Yeah.
It's over here looking like fucking Megan Fox's dreamy twin sister that isn't racist, and then you've got
what? Megan Fox racist?
Isn't Megan Fox like Latina?
No, she's white, and she's dating Machine Gun Kelly, who's basically black. No, I'm just kidding.
Machine Gun Kelly is like the color white. Like,
yeah. When you look up white in the dictionary, it is Machine Gun Kelly.
No, I don't think so.
No, like the color of his skin is just so
Caucasian
white.
MGK.
Like, if Kid Rock had Machine Gun Kelly's skin tone, he couldn't exist. Like, it'd be too much whiteness. You know what I mean? Like,
he just fucking teleport back to like 1805 and like.
Yeah, I saw something. It said every white person's a combination of 4 different types of people, and it was an emo guy, a wigger, wannabe black guy, white guy. One of the wannabe rednecks, and then like a frat boy. And I'm like, that's really fair.
Wannabe redneck or like an actual redneck?
Well, like just redneck, just like wearing, camo and shit. And I'm like, every white person really is a combination of those 4 things. That's actually a really fair take, So here we go.
fucking your ass over here looking like Uncle Jimbo with your fucking tummy hanging out. Like you look like
I don't know, but his tummy's hanging out. I don't know. I feel
okay.
like we've got some unresolved issues surrounding Uncle Jimbo.
Randy from Trailer Park Boys, and you're asking your girlfriend to look like a Victoria's Secret model. Something's not adding up
Who's
here.
Randy from Trailer Park Boys?
I've never watched it. I'm assuming he's overweight, but
Probably. I don't know.
There's
Randy.
another one. Rule number, I don't fucking care, is Christopher Columbus did not need directions, and neither do we. What is wrong with y'all? Like,
okay.
Why are you getting so mad? That's not even like a good fucking
It's
Spencer's
just
shirt.
dumb. Yeah, no, that's just dumb. I don't think it like.
Look at her. She's literally reeing.
Dude,
right
she's
now.
freaking the fuck. That's a perfect screen grab. Like, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna save this right now. Oh wait, I'm gonna
That's
like.
so blurry.
I'm gonna save this right now to my screen because this is gonna be on our.
Are there comments on there telling this girl to like fucking go outside? Like,
I certainly hope that there are.
can we have a group therapy discussion, please? Also, rule number 1, if you think you're fat, you probably are.
That's true. That's usually
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got like
I'd
a
agree with
legitimate
that.
disorder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true. There's a lot of people with like bodybuilders with body dysmorphia that think they're like fat, and they're
A lot
like
of women too.
Yeah,
Like a lot of women that like, and that's really brought on by.
I think a
beauties, you know?
good black and white, fat or not, is if you can see your fucking junk.
Can you see your junk? Can you walk, not run, walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded?
There's a lot of skinny people that are out there that are just really out of shape that can't do that. This girl,
And that's
probably
more
can't do
dangerous. It's
that.
called skinny fat. It's fucking
Yeah.
terrible for you.
This girl probably can't walk up a flight of stairs without
I'm
getting
sure.
winded.
Yeah.
That was funny. This is
I just-
a positive.
Oh, of course, she's got poorly done finger tattoos. Why am I not surprised?
Finger tattoos.
Yeah, on her knuckles.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Are y'all okay? Are men
I'm doing fine. This girl does not seem to be okay right now.
Yeah,
though.
I'm
Like,
doing much better than you are.
I'm
Apparently.
not screaming into the abyss about
We're
something
over
that
here
was.
reading about Will Smith punching Chris Rock.
Right, yeah,
not
that's
about
different.
some
We're talking
fucking-
about real issues. You guys,
some
Ukraine was
teacher.
nuked last night. Okay, by the way, no, I'm kidding.
God, don't say that, dude. Somebody's gonna report that as an actual
No,
thing.
Tim Dillon tweeted that after like all the
Shut the fuck up.
Tim Dillon tweeted out like when all the Will Smith shit was going on. He's like, yeah. So in other news, Ukraine was nuked last night.
That's bad, man.
So
okay? You guys seem like
what do we seem like? Tell us.
if you hate women so much, just say you're
I don't hate women. I hate morons, regardless of gender. I think you fall into that category. Like,
gay and move on. Like just move.
no, I'm not
Some
gay. I don't
guys-
find penis and men attractive, but I also don't find idiots attractive. So like, I have much more respect for gay men than morons like this woman. Like I don't have to want to fuck someone to be in their company. I'd much rather be in the company of probably most gay men than this girl. You know, like that's.
Oh man, this girl's dumb, dude.
She's an idiot. Her and Cracked Shell
She's
should start a
way dumber than
podcast.
Will Smith. I'm telling you right now, she wins. She's way dumber than Will Smith.
we don't say you're gay.
Will Smith, by the way,
Move on.
issued
You
a public
obviously-
apology to Chris Rock.
Did he?
So yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
So at least we can say that. Like it was like right before we did the show too. So.
Yeah. Here we're about done here.
Can't be fucking straight if you hate women this much. There's no way.
I honestly I know a lot of dudes, and I truly don't know any that hate women. I really don't. Like I know guys that hate certain women because they fuck them over in one way or another, and I'm sure there's women that hate certain men. But I don't know any. I truly don't know any men that genuinely hate women. This meme, it sounds like some boomer made it. You know what I mean? And like they just stole a bunch, like you said, a bunch of Spencer's Gifts t-shirts and just put it on a fucking meme. Like this, seriously, this sounds like something that like my 70-year-old great uncle would share on Facebook. You know, it's like why is a gun better than a woman? Well, you can put a gun in the closet, but you know, like that kind of thing.
Or a 12-year-old like, oh, shop and make me sandwich. Blah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that exactly. There we go.
way. You can't hate something that you're supposed to love this much. The fuck? Or if you're just that much of a narcissist, go fuck yourself, bro, because we don't want it. We don't.
You're a narcissist, says the one screaming into the oblivion on TikTok. Because she was upset about a fucking meme. 3 minutes of her time she dedicated to screaming about a meme.
I think she's in her parents' dining room.
That's clearly her parents' house. She couldn't afford a house like this.
Don't want it. Don't want it. So thank you for that rule list, Chad.
I like that color on the wall.
Yeah. They need an update, man. They need an update. Okay.
I will definitely.
I like it, man.
So.
Yeah, you see the dining room table back there, it's nice.
It's a nice little setup. It is.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure
feel like
parents...
I want to stop. I want to stop pointing at being a dead horse that she's dumb, and now I'm just commenting that her parents have nice.
No, I agree. She's dumber than Will Smith. She's TikTok dipshit of the week. Congratulations, Toxic Waste, on your honorary.
Here's why
title.
you're dumb. We're gonna do the clap emojis when we're talking, right? To emphasize it.
That's what she does.
If you're getting upset over a fucking yeah, all right.
Yeah.
If you're getting upset over a Spencer's T-shirt, dude, go outside.
Literally, yeah. There are more
go
productive
outside
things.
And go stand in the grass for 10 minutes. Takes a couple deep breaths.
Right.
And then go back inside. Yeah, go play some video games. Stay off the fucking
anything.
internet.
Collect fucking stamps, man. Who fucking cares?
Some immediate things you can do instead of getting mad at a stupid thing on Facebook.
At least at least what Chris Rock said was an actual joke and not just something that was clearly someone took 10 seconds to make.
Honestly, it wasn't even that bad of a joke.
No, it was fairly well written, actually.
It's just it wasn't even that offensive. You know what I mean?
It was just the typical Chris Rock style. When's the new G.I. Jane come out? It was just only Chris Rock could say that. It was so well done for him.
Dude, nobody gets any passes for fucking being sensitive about your hair being gone.
Not
from this guy.
Not from you. No, this is the one, because they've all, you're a male, you're white, you're straight, you're cisgendered, whatever. You can talk on this. You are the resident expert.
I'm the
baldness
gamer on this.
You are the resident expert in baldness, and maybe that's what we'll call the.
I could probably go teach at UCLA as a fucking a bald studies person.
Bald studies.
They have all sorts of other dumbass
dude.
Professors there?
How does it feel to finally be part of a marginalized group? You finally made it, man.
Finally,
the balls.
Literally, dude, back in the fucking 400 years ago, they literally wore white wigs to hide our shame, dude.
Hey, man, bald pride worldwide, okay?
Bald pride, yeah, we
bald
need a
pride.
flag.
Bald pride.
We need a bald flag, dude.
We should just sell T-shirts with your face on them.
With a rainbow.
Just say,
no, I don't want my face on there, but we should sell T-shirts with the rainbow flag that just says "Bald Pride."
Bald. No, why don't we just add it? LGBTQIA2.
No, the B's already there. So
but it's B
instead of
B, capital B, small A.
No, the B is not bi anymore. It's bald.
Bald. That's the episode title: Resident Expert in Baldness. So,
no,
all right,
Bald Pride.
Bald Pride. There we go. I like that one better. All right. Well,
Pride, aka Will Smith raped Chris Rock.
Will Smith did not rape Chris Rock. I'm gonna make that clear. I don't know what the legal ramifications. Our category's comedy. We get away with whatever. It's all satire. None of it's true. We don't believe any of it. We're not saying anything happened here. But
I'm not
congratulations.
Bald. I cut my hair like this. So
yeah. You choose the bald life. But congratulations, Toxic Waste, on beating out a very, very heavy contender in Will Smith for TikTok dipshit of the week. But I do want to know, while Toxic Waste may be dipshit of the week, anyone defending Will Smith's actions, congratulations on being retard of the week. I just want to put that out there. Not just TikTok.
They get their social media silenced for 30 days.
You get the big crown for the week, the big prize. Congratulations. It's like when Time named everyone Person of the Year. Everyone, you can all share her title with her. If she's TikTok dipshit of the week, you're just dipshits of the week in general. So congratulations on that.
Whenever I see somebody on social media posting some objectively stotted shit, I don't remove them. I just snooze them for 30 days, dude.
Oh, I had to do that during
timeout.
I had to do that during the riots. I totally understand. But do you got anything you want to plug?
Get put on timeout.
Yeah. You got anything you want to plug?
Nope, not this week. Actually, there's not going to be another open mic over here at UTEP for another 2 weeks.
Did you get them canceled?
No. There wasn't hard. There was 3 other people that showed up last week, man. It was.
Oh, it sucks. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
But I got coming up Saturday, April 9th, I will be emceeing the Nebraska Libertarian Convention in North Platte, and then I will also be doing Peg Legs Brewing that night at 8 o'clock. It's free entry. You can come in. You just buy drinks and shit. Support the venue. April 16th, Wired Pub, Harmful Content Comedy, promo code BREAD for money off your order for your tickets. No limit on tickets there. Midwest's most offensive comedy show. We got Keonis Berry, Xavier Jones, Ben Webb. I might even get a little drop-in set from our friend Zach Bravietti if he's in town. But Tim Locklear will be here, so that'll be cool too. What else do I got? April 20th at Storm Cellar in Lincoln, doing the Snoop Dogg pre-show there. Come through. Snoop Dogg will not be there, so don't take that as that.
The Snoop Dogg pre-show.
April, that's what they're calling it. I don't know. April 30th, Detox Sober Lounge. We running that show again. And then Friday, May 13th, Emporia, Kansas. Coming to see you.
Cool, man.
So not too much shit going on, but at least I haven't punched anybody over a joke. So there, I got that going for me.
Nice.
Thank you guys so fucking much. Try not to lose your shit and assault anybody.
Deuces, everybody.
Peace
I'm
the
going to
fuck
go
out.
farmer blow all over the floor here on camera. So.
Yep.
Deuces,
All right,
everybody.
Peace the fuck out, y'all.